Welcome to the 10th episode of the first season, The Poison and the Curse, the episode of suffering. We are at the depths of 6,750 meters in the abyss. From here we can see the Goblets of Giants. As I mentioned before, the design of these goblets is based on a painting by Thomas Cole. The giant concave discs are called flat creepers. These discs capture water from the air, creating shallow pools. Every 2,000 years, the flat creepers' prey-trapping mechanisms wither away, leaving the ground underneath exposed to light. Unobstructed, the plants below compete to grow as tall and as large as possible, giving rise to a completely new landscape. Riko is really excited to be in this layer for the first time and experience its environment. But Reg knows that deep inside, Riko understands that they are in the belly of the netherworld, and the strain of ascending will make her bleed from every hole of her body.
This is the fourth layer. Returning is so treacherous it is beyond comparison. It is home to the netherworld's goblets, filling up and spilling out countless lives and aspirations. Those who reach out their hands will either be presented fine spirits to quench their thirst, or instead a deadly, wretched poison.
The narrator talks about an interesting idea, the dark nature of truth. Most of us think truth is something good, something we desire and like. But in reality, truth can be very dangerous, and the universe protects us from it. The light of truth burns the eyes of the weak. We must first grow and become strong so that we can handle the truth. The abyss offers truth to those who challenge it, and whether it becomes a blessing or a curse depends on our ability to grasp, handle, and overcome it. Riko talks about the squid-like creatures here. These spiky eggs at the final section of the third layer are what these creatures hatch from. Their species has still not been given a name. In fact, most creatures of the abyss remain unnamed and yet to be studied and understood. We see here that Reg moves by contracting and extending his arm. This is a very interesting way to move using simple mechanics. We encountered the Orb Piercer here. They are extremely savage and poisonous creatures. Running from one is almost impossible in the fourth layer. With their quill-covered bodies, Orb Piercers resemble large porcupines. Their red, round heads feature an array of holes, which act as their force field sensing organ, allowing them to navigate the abyss. They are herbivorous, feeding on algae that grow in the flat creepers. Orb Piercers are known for their ferocious temper and are incredibly defensive of their territory. If an Orb Piercer's life is threatened, it sheds its needles and uses them as distraction to escape. Their needles grow slowly, which may explain why so few reach full maturity. As dangerous as they are, Orb Piercers do not seem to have a large population. They are covered in long, sharpened, venomous spines that can even pierce through metal as if it were paper. Their most impressive trait is their ability to sense the force field of the abyss. This allows them to perceive the flow of consciousness within it, giving them an instinct to predict the movements of other living beings. Because of this, fighting an Orb Piercer is almost impossible. With their ability to deal fatal wounds to any creature, it is said that no other being in the fourth layer can match them. In an extra page of the manga, Nanachi mentions that this animal was originally called Tokajishi. However, cave raiders began calling it an Orb Piercer because it destroys both treasures such as orb-like jewels and lives, and because of the orb-like eyes close as the soul leaves the body. The name eventually stuck. They appear again in volume 14 in the past side story. We see that a single one can destroy an entire crew of Undernation members and cave raiders. We see here that Reg could not feel its presence even when it was close. They try to escape, but it predicts Reg's movements and stops them. Riko gives the scaled umbrella to Reg to use as a shield. There is not much information about the scaled umbrella in the anime, but the manga includes a panel about it. To be precise, this is a processed relic. It was picked up by Riko after someone else threw it away. The plates made of crudely sintered charcoal sand, itself grade 3 relic, were even more crudely sewn together into an umbrella, which lowered its grade. Charcoal sand is light yet strong. This umbrella makes good use of those properties, and Riko believes it can serve as an effective shield. But unfortunately, even the scaled umbrella is no match for the Orb Piercer's quills. They pierce through it, and one goes straight through Riko's hand. Reg is deeply shocked and does not know what to do. The only solution he can think of is to ascend, which causes Riko to bleed from every hole of her body. Riko asks Reg to do it since they have no other choice. They escape, but their real suffering is yet to begin. This sequence is truly unforgettable for anyone who has watched the show. I remember thinking, what the fuck am I watching right now? Why does it not end? As I have said before, Made in Abyss tries to present a complete view of life, and suffering is a part of that experience. Many shows avoid uncomfortable scenes and reject parts of the journey. From cooking and eating to bodily needs, these are things adventurers actually deal with, and they are part of the experience. The truth is that the nature is brutal and indifferent, and for someone seeking truth, there is no escaping that reality. We have to witness it and fully understand it. I love these long shots. They show that while Riko and Reg are suffering, life around them continues as it always has, completely indifferent. The butterflies and insects are simply trying to survive as they always have, consuming in order to not be consumed. The sound design here is also incredible. The sound of Reg breaking Riko's arm always hits hard, followed by her screams. Reg is deeply conflicted, forced to hurt Riko even more to save her. In one interview, Akihito said he liked this sequence so much that he found himself laughing unconsciously during the premiere. After Riko loses consciousness and stops breathing, Reg breaks down and starts crying. At that moment, Nanachi decides to reveal themselves. From the beginning of the episode, Nanachi had been watching and listening from a distance. It is interesting that they choose this moment to step in and help. This is a great risk for Nanachi, as they are blessed and valuable, but Nanachi helps because they understand. Their own tragedy has shaped their actions. In the next episode, we'll talk about how Nanachi's tragedy gives bloom to Riko's survival. After guiding Reg how to help Riko breathe, they head toward Nanachi's hideout, which requires climbing an uphill path. Reg stops and says he cannot go further because Riko will be affected by the curse again. Nanachi realizes that Reg cannot see the curse. They tell him that the curse is not present here, so there is no need to worry. This hints at what we will learn about the true nature of the curse in episode 12. At the end of the episode, Nanachi introduces themselves and says they are a hollow. Hollows are fascinating beings. The original Japanese term is narohate, which translates to the wretched remains of a human, or what a human has become. Hollows are what remains after surviving the curse of the sixth layer, which results in death or the loss of humanity. There are other types as well, the blessed ones like Nanachi or Juso who are born as hollows. There is also variety in their forms. Some are well-formed and even possess special abilities, while others are poorly formed and miserable. This seems to be connected to the wish that led to their transformation. We will explore this idea more deeply in Season 2. According to Nanachi, when Delvers encounter a hollow, they often kill them and take their belongings, believing it is better to say that they died than revealing the truth. Because of this, being seen by Delvers is extremely dangerous, as hollows may be hunted and captured as proof that someone survived ascending from the sixth layer. This was the overanalysis of the episode The Poison and the Curse. Most of this episode was pure suffering and an intense experience to watch. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into the idea of value accumulation. And of course, our new character, Nanachi. Please share this video to support this journey. See you in the next one.